Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Why is it a thing, like whenever I haven't recorded for a long time, I always feel I need to start the video on the title screen? Well, of course before we start, we have to copy, paste. The backup file finally came into use in Super Paper Mario. So, and I realized another use for it, I mean, it's not just whether it gets erased. No, we don't need to copy. It's not just if it gets erased, it's also if just a recording goes bad and I want to start it over. So, very useful is that backup file. Now, I've beaten The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Yes. And the time it's taken me to beat the Arbiter's Grounds, I've beaten the entire Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. A game that is about, if you 100% it, as long in length as this one. But if I LP Skyward Sword, I'm sure it'll take me just this long. I don't know what it is. So that's really one of the reasons I didn't want to do a blind run of Skyward Sword. Whoa, no, we don't want to skip. Of course. So yes, now we're in the mirror chamber. This is the reason why we're here. I'm going to have to take some time to get used to the controls, okay? Just saying. Even though technically I know they're easier, but I'm going to be trying to shake the Wii Remote to throw bombs. I'm going to try to be pressing down to recenter the camera. I'm going to try to be swinging the sword in precise direction. I'm going to try to be holding B to switch items. All that. And it's going to be kind of annoying to have to stop the game in order to switch items since I'm used to just keeping it going. It's definitely a very great addition to Skyward Sword. I apologize if my voice sounds a little loud in this one, but, well, like I said, I've been sick, and now I think it's affecting my hearing doesn't even feel right. I mean, I have a hearing loss to begin with, but even now, so, you know, when you can't hear much. I think maybe it's just because I've been blowing my nose a lot, and a lot of pressure. Maybe that's in my, like, air pressure, maybe that's all it is. So, let's practice. Yep, just shake the Wii Remote. Yeah, I used a spinner. I'm gonna try to get that blue potion off of there. I don't think, it's right. You press that to go there, A to go back. Okay. It's gonna take me some time to get used to this one. Hopefully if I play this and this and this enough, not Skyward Sword as much. So yes, so we gotta use the spinner. Like I said, the spinner's not in Skyward Sword, so there's something I like better about Twilight Princess. And you're in no danger of falling off. It automatically inserts you in this thing. And so, yes, it's kind of interesting. It doesn't just warp you out of the dungeon. You actually are on top of here. And, wow, that little spinner. And brings out this huge rock. Behind it is the Mirror of Twilight. But wait a minute. Something's not right. Why are there so many broken things? Those chains just look so unorganized, like, oh. Like, usually they make everything look so organized and perfect, but the chains don't, and that mirror, well, let's see what Midda has to say. She has no words. Twilight, the Mirror of Twilight has been broken, and for whatever reason, only one remains. I guess that's just the game's way of saying, oh, you get a reward for beating the dungeon. And guess where we're going to find the 3 remaining pieces? Oh, man. And now these are the sages. Which, whether they're the same sages as from Ocarina of Time, make your guess, but each of the symbols on their pedestals are actually symbols from the game, so yes, the Mirror of Twilight's broken. See, that one's the light. That's forest, I think? I don't really know. The Mirror of Twilight has been fragmented by mighty magic. I think that's spirit. That magic is a dark power that only he possesses. His name is Ganondorf. He was the leader of a band of thieves who invaded Hyrule in the hopes of establishing dominion over the Sacred Realm. He was known as a demon thief, an evil magic wielder renowned for his ruthlessness. But he was blind. Well, yeah, clearly he was pretty much the easiest boss in Ocarina of Time. And all of his fury and might. Well, he wasn't the easiest boss, but he was very easy for a final boss. Yes. So they're gonna get it ready to kill him. This is just gruesome. You want to know the reason why this game is rated T right here. They don't show it, but just... Well, I mean, they show that. Yeah, you want to know the reason that this game's rated T and Skyward Sword E10, even though they pretty much have the same amount of violence and dark theme. Right there, this is it. But apparently, violence is never the answer, because when you dish out violence, it's going to come back at you. What goes around comes around. How many cliches can you do in one paragraph? Some divine prank, he too shows about the power of the gods. A divine prank, huh? I don't think it's a prank. I mean, with good, there has to come evil. Well, I don't know. I don't really think prank's the right word. And he just pulls the sword out. The gash is still there. This is freaky. The faces are not attached to their bodies, nor are their heads, or the top of their heads. And they're just like, what do we do? And that's the mirror, that's what it does. It opens a portal to the world of Twilight. And, well, actually, this is just going to banish Ganon, and that's how they banish Ganondorf in this game. I don't really know where the timeline is, but I'm assuming that this game takes place near the future, several hundred years, or several millennia, or however long, after the events of Ocarina of Time and the Wind Waker. His abiding hatred and lust for power turned to purest malice. Perhaps that evil power has been passed on to Zant. You're just now figuring out where Zant got his power? It's far too late. Only the true leader of the Twilight could utterly destroy the Twilight, so Zant could merely break it into pieces. So that's, remember what Midna says, his power is a false one. So, one is in the Snowy Mountain Heights, so this is where we find an ancient grove in the heavens. So, okay, that's where we find the three pieces. Obviously, we've already seen forest, water, and fire, so we're gonna have some more themes. The Snowy Mountain is obvious, but it's a sacred grove. Well, that could mean anything. And the heavens. Well, so we got a lot to do. More temples, alright. You know how much I love dungeons. The dungeons in Skyward Sword, by the way, are incredible. The only way out of here is to warp. So, if you're not done exploring Gerudo Desert, like me, you're going to want to go there. But since it's not nighttime now, and I really do want to practice, like really practice where that bug and those poses are, I'm actually going to hold off on that. So what I'm going to do is get the 2 heart pieces that we can get now that we have the spinner. Our first one, right here. Well, it's not exact, it's not in Castletown, but it's near the outskirts. So, luckily we have our map. You can see where we're going. Because I'm not so sure that Skyward Sword had the map. Like, I don't know, I think, did it? I don't think it did. So, maybe there was a way to bring it out and I never found it out. Who knows? Yes. So yeah, I'm kind of planning for this video. Next video, I'll probably off-screen night, and we'll practice, but then like start it over, because I don't want to waste a night just practicing. So anyway, this way, this little shortcut, there's actually something to do over here. And for a while, I actually forgot where the other spinner thing was, but I just remembered. So see these tracks on the walls? Now we know what they're for. And yep, they let you go fast. So I'm glad that there are a couple places in the overworld that you can use your spinner. Not a lot of them, but there are a couple of them. It's not like they're on every single wall, but there are 2 heart pieces to get right away by using the spinner. And, well, that's really all the heart pieces you can get by using the spinner. Now, the first time I tried to do this, I had so much trouble, and apparently the last time I tried to do this, even though this is 3 years later, still have trouble. Yeah, 3 years later. Like, I didn't actually play this game right when it came out. Not until when it first came out in 2006, I had not played a Zelda game before. Spin attack, just a nunchuck, although that won't really matter. Yellow rupee. It's just 10, not 300. So I'm trying to get myself back into the Twilight Princess mindset. Anyway, yeah. But 2009 was really a breakthrough year for me in the video games. It wasn't the year I started Let's Playing, but concentrate this time. We'll talk about what else later. This is not that hard. And over here, which I've already said, is a heart piece. Now, because I want to start the next video by practicing, I'm gonna make this video go a little bit longer and just get the heart piece in this video. Now, since we have put the Bridge of Eldin back, now we're going to be using the warp for the first time? No, we've already used it, but to get that other heart piece that was in the cave. But there's also something else around here. You may not remember this too well, since this is kind of an area that there's nothing in. The second time we went into the Twilight. No, the third time we went into the Twilight, this was. Wow, I'm forgetting. Oh, great. It's Mr. Mailman. Who's this letter from? I forget. Who do you get a letter from now? Probably Telma. Oh, Barnes. He has a new type of bomb? Well, I mean, I knew that, but maybe it's just saying, oh, my things are now in the Mallow Mart? Who knows? In fact, I'm so curious, I'm gonna check. Rare item in stock, but that should have been open after the last one. In all that time I spent, I never ran into the mailman. Maybe I'm just forgetful and it's actually after this one. Who knows? It's not one of the better items in the game. So, anyway, this gives me the wolf for speed, not caring much about those things. And I probably have already run into an arrow trying to pick it up like you can in Skyward Sword. This one's a lot easier than the last one. Not that the last one was that hard, even though I may have made it look so. Just do this, and it looks like it's nighttime now. Alright. And yes, it is just a dig cavern, but it's a special dig cavern. You know what I probably realized? Remember that time when, what did I do? I was waiting for it to be night. I went in the dig cavern. I thought, oh hey, maybe it'll be day, but maybe it'll be night by the time I come out. And it wasn't. It was still day. I just realized something. I think it might have actually gone to night and then back to day when I was in the dig cavern, because I remember it was almost night by the time I went in, like when I watched it again. Anyway, and it's another piece of heart. And you know what that special tune means? That means that we got a new heart container. Hooray. And since the video's up, and it should be nighttime now, so I'm going to save my progress, or just go to the desert, save my progress, and practice off screen where everything is, and then do it on screen. So I'll see you next video, and I will be professional, not searching aimlessly.